I'm Dr. Tang. Welcome to the wireless local area network or wireless LANs hands-on. So for the part one, we will going to focus on how to configure the layer 2 tunneling forwarding in off-path mode. So in the class, okay, we have went through the theoretical, the step-by-step how you going to configure for the wireless LANs, and also you learn the differentiate between your off-path and also the in-path mode. Okay, you can go back to this page. Okay, again for the off-path networking mode, that means your service data will not go through the AC. Only your control data will be sent out through the AC to the AP. But on the in-path networking, that means both your data you are going to send through your AC, which will create the performance bottleneck. But if you're using the off-path mode, that means your service data will going to reach up, go through your uplink network without passing to the AC. So it will going to resolve the performance bottleneck on your AC. So we go back to the hands-on on here. Okay. So what you were going to do on this exercise, okay, basically you were going to, just like what I said, you were going to create to enable the user to access the internet through a wireless LAN, okay, by meeting the requirements that defined here. So on here, you were going to match the AC and also your AP, okay, or your aggregator switch, okay, belong to a two VLAN, okay, VLAN. So for the AC here, you were using a VLAN 100, and also the switch 2, you were going to using the VLAN 101. So of course, because they are belong to two different VLANs, how we going to enable them to communicate with each other? When you're going to learn the layer 2's VLANs, okay, so you basically need to create a VLAN if so that it can be communicated forward up through the layer 3 forwarding. Okay, so here that's why you will have a VLAN if 101 and 100. Okay, so at the same time, you are going to make the AC, okay, as a DHCP server to assign the IP address to all the AP that connected. Okay, so AC here will serve as a one DHCP for your AP, and at the same time, we were going to enable the DHCP under your switch 2, aggregator switch 2, to provide and assign the IP address to your stations. Okay, stations on here. So of course, we are going to set up all of these configurations. You will create the AP groups. Okay, you name it as a AP group 1, and then you will have a virtual access point profile. You need to name it as a viola LAN net. Okay, then regularly we will try to change some parameter default and we set it as a country code CN. So SSID profile, security profile. So this one is the security key that you are going to use with the password A123456. Okay, and then you are going to set for this one also. So without wasting the times, just go in to open your ENSP. Run as administrator. Okay, create a new topology. So you can go into remote on here. Here is you going to VLAN layer 2 tunneling. Tunnel forwarding. So you are using a off-path mode. Okay, so try to drop the topology on here. So here you can go into using the X577 and then here you're using a X1. Okay, you go into access, select your AC. So you can using a 6603 and then you will have your AP on here. Then you will connect it to your stations. Okay, so let's do the cabling. So for the switch 1, we connected to the switch 2, we using G002 connected to a G00 Then on here, switch G001, we connected to a G002. Okay, so on here, we connect G001. So here you can select is a G00. So here, no need station because you were using a wireless. Okay, so after that, you can select the other networks by putting another router on here. Okay, you just going to select here you were using a G003 connected to G001 is okay. Okay, so without wasting the time, you can go into highlight or okay, before you highlight maybe here, AP no need start first. Okay, you can start the others. AP we will going to start it whenever we go into maybe you can start first because we will need to make the trump port on here also. So you can start your AP also. Okay, while waiting for the restarting, okay, we can go into recall back what actually we were going to do. Okay, the step one, you were going to have to make sure, okay, all the device you need to configure the connectivity. So this one we have went through so many times. So on the slide you cannot find any configurations. But for those you are actually not very familiar, so you can follow me lah. So basically it's your S1 and also the S2. So the step two, you need to ensure that your AP can go online. Okay. So how you going to ensure your AP go online? Of course, the first step you need to create your AP group. Create your AP groups, then you import your AP or add your AP lah. Okay, then after that you need to configure your AC parameters, system parameters. Okay, that means you need to go into create your country regularly, your domain, your source interface, all the things there. Then also the last you need to configure your authentications, AP authentication. Okay, set up the mode and then you need to import your AP in offline mode. Maybe I can zoom up. Okay, then after that, you will go into step 3. You will go into configure your WLAN service parameters. Okay, we will follow the step by step on how to doing this exercise. Okay, so this one you can go into name it. Okay, just like normal, your normal metric, and then you name it as a switch 2. Okay, aggregated switch 2. So here you name it as your normal metric. 23SS. So you name it as your AC. So this one you name it as your switch 1. Okay, it's your access switch. We name it as a switch 1. Okay, when we going to doing this one, okay, just like what I said, we will going to assign the service, okay, under the VLAN 100. So on here, we enable them to communicate under the layer 3. Okay, so you have to create a VLAN 100 with the IP address 10.23.100.1/24. Okay, the same things you going to have your aggregated switch, but here you are going to using is a 101. Okay, here you set it as a 101A. 10.23 101/24. Okay, so to enable that okay, communicates. So make sure on here you have to make it as a trunk port. Okay, trunk port that you were going to allow trunk pass 101. Okay, if you understand all, you can, without looking on my follow me, so you can try to do the step one, whether you do it correctly or not, and then recheck the answer with the video. Okay, so try to restart all your things. Make sure this one S1, S2. So this one I have my AR. Okay, basically I will using the AC lah. AP I not need to do any configurations there. Okay, so make sure you enter the system view. For the switch one, you name it as your 6 name. Okay, BI 23 XXX. So you name it as a X1. Okay, B system BI23XX X2. Okay, for your AC, the same system BI23XX. So you name it as a AC. Okay, so now you done already. Okay, for your switch one on here. Okay, your switch one, basically you were going to assign them to be a VLAN 100. Okay, 100. So you were going to, because you are connected to your AP. AP, you need to obtain your IP address from your AC. Your AC is a VLAN if 100. So you were going to make it as a VLAN 100. Okay. So here VLAN batch, create the 100. Enter your interface G001. Okay, make it as a port link types. We want to make it as a trunk, a port. My link type is on here, port link type, trunk. Okay, port trunk. So you were going to make the PVID. Okay, VLAN 100. Then port trunk. Make sure you set the PV port trunk PVID VLAN 100. So port trunk. So allowed pass VLAN 100. Quit it. Okay, the same things, enter your G002. Okay, enter your G002. The same thing, you make it as a port link type trunk. Okay, port trunk, allowed pass VLAN 100. Okay, so you quit it. Enter G002 port link type trunk. Okay, G002 port link type trunk. Then make sure you port link type allowed pass VLAN 100. Then you quit. Okay, so that's all for your switch one. You set the G001. Make sure you also need to set the PBID on the G001. Now we run for the switch one. We need to move to the switch two. Okay, so switch two, how many VLANs you need to create? Two, we'll need to communicate with 101 and 100. So here, going to VLAN, create the VLAN batch before you going to configure 100 and 101. Okay, enter your G001. Okay, G001, the same things, you need to make it as a port ring types. Trunk. Okay, port ring type trump. So port trunk. So you allow pass. So here you should be allowed 100. So G001, so it should be 100. Okay, G001 because here is a 100. So you should allow the pass is a VLAN 100. Okay, then you quit it. So now enter your G002. Okay, G002 is connecting the 100 and VLAN 100 and 101. So the same things you have to make it as a port link type. It's a trunk. So your port trunk allow pass. So you were going to allow a VLAN 100 and 101 to be passed. So quit it. So for the G003, you just simulate that you actually are connected to the another IP networks. Okay. So you were going to enter a G003. So the same things you can going to make it as a port link types trunk. Okay, port trunk. You're going to allow pass 101. Missing VLAN 101. Okay, so you quit. Port trunk allowed VLAN, allowed pass VLAN 101. Quit. Okay, so now you already done for your switch 2 for the tree interface. You set it as a trunk port and then you allow the VLAN to be passed by. So the next step, you go to your AC, go to your system view. So the same thing, the AC we were going to allow. You need to communicate with the switch through, right? So you have to create the VLAN batch 100 and 101. Enter your interface. Okay, G001. Okay, the same things going to make it as a port link types is a trunk port. So the trunk port, you will go into port trunk, allow pass VLAN. So Sema, you have to, because you communicate with the 100, one from the switch to. So you have, and yourself 100. So you have to allow 100 and 101, then you quit it. Okay, so now we just going to complete for our step 1. Okay, configure the connectivity. Okay, next step, we will going to enable the DHCP. Okay, just like what I said, this AC, okay, your AC on here, your AC will going to serve as a DHCP to assign the IP address for your AP. Okay, for your AP. Here you can go into name as your AP lah. Okay. So you go to your AC. How you going to enable the DHCP? Very simple, right? We learn it. DHCP enable. Okay, so after you enable, because now you have a VLAN if. So you need to enter a VLAN if interface 100. Okay, assign the source IP address. IF 100. Assign the IP address is a 10.23.100.124. IP address 10.23.100.1.24. Enter. Okay, then you are going to DHCP, select this interface. DHCP, select interface. Okay, so now you already enable your AC to provide the as a DHCP server. So the same thing, we will move to switch to enable the DHCP server. So DHCP enable. So after that, enter your VLAN if. So this one, VLAN if, so is 101. Okay, make sure you enter the VLAN if 101 assigned bytes the IP address 10.23.101.1/24. Subnet 24. 10.23.101.124. Okay, then enable your DHCP. Select interface. Select this DHCP, select this face. Okay, now you only complete your step 1. Okay, we will move to step 2. So your step 2, you need to configure your AP so that it can be go online. To do that, you need to first step, you need to create your AP under your AC. Okay, go to your AC. Okay, quit the interface. Go to your AC. Okay, AC. Then you're going to enter the wireless LAN. Okay, first step, going to create your AP group. I want to create your AP group. The name it's as a AP group 1. Okay, the AP group, the name, I want to name it as a AP group 1 as what the system requirement mentions. So after that, you quit it. Okay, next we will going to do some of the regularly domain and also to configure the country code. Okay, so the first step we're going to create the regularly domain, regulatory domain. Okay, then you set the profile. Okay, name. Okay, profile you want to name it as a default. Okay, then after enter your defaults, you are going to create it. Okay, the same things you need to enter. Okay, before let me re-enter again. I think I forgot to set the country code. Okay, the country code. If let's say you don't know what is the Malaysia, so type the country code, put the question marks there. Country code 1 space question mark. So you are going to see a list of the country. So for the Malaysians, it will be under the MY Malaysians. Okay, but on here, we just based on the system requirement, they ask you to put it as a CN, country code CN. Okay, but if let's say you are doing for the Malaysians, you should go into select lah, or you are posting to other country, you should select their country code to ensure their frequency or their bandwidth is the same lah, based on the country requirement. Okay, after you set your defaults, okay, profile, regulatory profile default, country code is a CN, quit it. So now you are going to enter again your AP groups, name AP group 1. Okay, you were going to buy just now the regulatory, okay, domain profiles that you have created. Okay, by your regularly domain profile, you're going to buy, just now you create is a default, right? You're going to buy it under the AP group 1. So they were asking, blah, 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 and then we're going to reset. So yes. So you were going to quit your AP group. So then quit your VLAN view. Okay, so now you already have, okay, create your AP groups and bytes. Okay, the next step you need to import your AP. So to import your AP, the first step you need to configure your AC source interface. So the same thing, source interface we were using is a VLAN if 100. Okay, VLAN if 100, this one. So you need to buy it. So you need to use your cabwet. Okay, your source interface I will using is a VLAN if 100. Okay, now you already going to configure your AC source interface. You will start to import your AP. To import your AP, okay, the first step you need to check your AP. You can go into stop the device if you're lazy to type it. So you can go to setting, configures, you copy this one, the IP address. And no, the IP, the MAC address of the AP because we were going to use it. Okay, then you can go into start again. Or if you don't want, you can type one by one, also no issue. Okay, you go to your AC. Okay, enter a WLAN view, wireless LAN view. Okay, we wait for them to be start. Or if you do want, you can right click the setting on here. Then you type lah. Because once you on, you cannot copy. Wait them to be run first. Okay, on here, you can go into specify your AP authentications mode. Okay, I want to using, now we trying is using a MAC authentication. You can using the SN authentication and also the MAC authentications. On here, we using a MAC authentication. So now they already green, so you can go into type it. AP authentications, you using the authentication mode. So now I creating the IP AP, okay, with the ID 0. Okay, I will going to byte the IP MAC address is the MAC address that I copy out just now. You paste it. So this one you can go into put the format. Okay, if you did not copy out, you can right click, you can go into setting and then configure on here. Okay, then you can move to your AC to type it now. Okay, make sure it's correct. 00ECFC 112930. Okay, enter. Okay, now you already create your AP, you buy already. So now you create your AP area. Okay, you were going to deploy, okay, the AP to the AP deployment location. So you name it example, okay, area 1 to deploy at the areas. We assume now is area 01. Area dash 1, sorry. AP name, we name it as area 1, enters. So on here, we were going to write our AP group. So just now is the AP groups that we create, AP group 1. Okay, this one you not really use, you can go into close it. Okay, AP group AP1. Enter. So they will ask you, blah, 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 if the country code change, blah, blah, blah. So you just going to enter yes. Okay, now you already done, okay, to match, to import your AP, okay, to import your AP detail under this AC, right? Okay, you can go in to check whether you done is correctly or not. You quit, stay under the VLAN view, you display all AP all. AY fault. If faults are, you should be something wrong already. So you should go into troubleshoot on it. I think because just now I off the IP address. Stat is a fault. Okay, if the stat is a fault, that means the AP is fails to go online. Okay, so you recheck all your configurations again. Make sure just now your switch 1, go back to your switch 1. Okay. My switch 1 G001 trunk 100 VLAN 100. Okay, for my G002 switch 1, so you make it as a 100, allowed to pass 100. So my G002 is a port link try, allowed pass is a 100 is correct. So your switch 2. So your switch 2 for your G001, I make it as a trunk port, so I allow VLAN 100, correct? So for the switch to the 2, 100 and 101, switch 3, trunk port 101. So also correct, no issues. So check again on your DC. Okay. I'm sorry, because just now there a little bit latency there. So after we recheck it, because just now I think the fault is because I going to shut down the AP, so they still not able to detect. So no issue. So now make sure your AC, if got issues, you can recheck against your VLAN whether you assign correctly or not, and check your VLAN if IP address whether you assign correctly or not. Okay, and also to check your AP ID there whether you assign correctly or not. So make sure you should go into attempt the normal. Okay, if you did not attempt normal, that means something wrong lah. Okay, so now that means your AP already goes online on the AC and it is working properly. So normally on here you only have a on your mode on here, you should going to have a normal. Okay, normal stand for NOR stand for normal. Okay, if you're going to see the commit fail, okay, that means your VLAN service configuration is wrong. Okay, is fail. Okay, then fault, that means your AP cannot go into, fails to go online. Okay, or another status you are going to get is inner. Okay, inner, that means it's still under the initialization step of AP. Okay, before they establish the link, okay, with the AC for the first time. Okay, if you get this one inner, that means something wrong on your configurations. Maybe you check on your trunk port and also whether you assign your VLAN if or your IP groups, AP groups. Okay, the MAC address that you assign is correctly or not lah. Okay, make sure you should get it is when you're going to check under your AC, you should get is a no. Otherwise, you cannot continue. Okay, the next step now, we already ensures that the AP already go online. We will going to start, okay, to configure for our wireless services there, okay, to do the AP authentication. So the same things there under your wireless LAN, okay, view, you are going to create the security profile. You name it just like the questions requirement, wireless WLAN net. Okay, so here you are going to set the security WPA, okay, WPA2, then you using the PSK mode. So your passwords, but you need to put it as a passphrase. Okay, the password for the stations to connect, it should be A123456 7. A123456 7. So the encryption mode AES. Okay, make sure you put the spacing on here. AES. Okay, security WPA, WPA2, PASK, passphrase 123456 AES. Enter. Okay, now you are going to quit. After you create your security, profile. So next one, you are going to create your SSID. Okay, type the SSID profile. Name wireless LAN net. SSID wireless net. Okay, so you name the SSID is a wireless LAN net. So you're going to create it. Okay, so the next step after you create the security, after you create your SSID, the next step you are going to create your VAP profile for your wireless net. So you name it VAP profile. I will name it just like your questions wireless net. So here you are going to set the forward mode. You need to using question request you layer 2 tunneling, right? Tunnel. Forward merge is your tunnel. Okay, typo. Okay, then you are going to define their service VLAN. Okay, what is your service VLAN? We were using is your 100. What? Service VLAN ID 101. Okay, tell Linden's your security profile that just now you going to create is also is a violent. The same thing for your SSID profile. You using the just now you create wireless LAN net. You quit. Okay, now you already create your virtual access point VAP. Okay, so you need to buy your virtual access point to your AP groups. Okay, so how you going to buy? You of course you need to enter first your AP group, name AP group 1. So going to tell them the VLP profile. Okay, wireless. So I will going to using a radio, bukan radio, using is a violin 1, I using a radio 0. 0 that means it stands for 2.4 gigs. Okay, VAP profile violence VLAN 1 0. Okay, then I also have a VRAM profile. Okay, so after you done successfully, you should able to see the first circle. Okay, so that means it's a signal for your Wi-Fi. Okay, so the second one, I will going to make it as a radio 1. That means it's a 5 gigs. Okay, so I enters again. So you should get another circle after they created successfully. So you see, you will get another pink color. Okay, so you have a 2.4 and also the 5 gigs there. So the ensures that you are doing the configurations correctly. Actually, when you're going to see the circle, you know actually you are done your VAP already successful. But you can go into display, VAP, SSID, WLAN net. So you should go into C. Okay? So you are able to ensure the status should be on. When it's on, that means you can see the circle here. Okay, so now my stations on here. If let's say I'm the user, so how I actually connect is just like normally how you're going to open your network on here and then you're going to connect. So right click, so you were going to using the setting, DHCP. This one I did not on. So start all your device stations. So once you start, you are going to see DHCP, you have a wireless network. So you can select anyone. Okay, here, then you click connect. So you need to enter the password just like normally. So the password just now you said is a 1 2 A 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we click OK. So you will see you actually will be connected. Okay, you can try again. Go to your stations too. Okay, select for this one connect. So A 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Maybe I can put on here so that you can see once I connect, it will have a signal on here lah. So you right click again, setting. A 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay. A 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay. Connect. Okay, you can go to your device tree again, then you setting. So you can connect to the second one also. A 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay. So you are going to see it's connected. Okay, this is how in the real world, okay, you're going to doing your configurations there. Okay, so that's all for our part one for our wireless LAN.